But before starting that, I would like to introduce myself. I'm Olayan Alharbi. I'm an assistant professor at Al Majma University. I worked as a full-time in the university since 2003. However, I'm helping many factories to digitalize their process as part of my research. I do that as part of my research, and this has actually led me to know more about emerging technology, because most of the factories now in Saudi Arabia are moving from industry 4. Or 3.0 to 4.0. And please, guys, if you want to ask, you can, I think, text here. You can stop me any minute. Let us have an interactive presentation or speech. So during my journey with factories, helping them to digitalize their process or moving from industry 3.0 to industry 4.0, I interact a lot with this new technology. I have a PhD from Claremont Graduate University. Part of my PhD was in Internet of Things. And during my research, I worked in Microsoft for 3 years. Today, the Saudi National Day, so happy to all of us. And I'm happy to share with you one of the success story during 2020, which is Riyadh being the capital of digital cities in the Arab country. So I'm happy to share this. And this is actually for many reasons. One, it's in the center of the three continent. Saudi Arabia is #1 in terms of economic among Arab countries. And it's the host of the group 2020 group. And it's #1 in easing the digitalization and other reasons. But I'm really happy to have Riyadh as the capital or digital capital city in Arab country, and also think Tech or Ata, Markaz Ata in the Ministry of Communication get #1 in the world this year. So this is a very good news for us. Today, I'll talk about 3 parts. First part is the design science. And design science is helping me actually, and it will help you guys in inventing a new solution in emerging technology. Design science is actually a research methodology. It was born in engineering department as a research methodology, but moved to computer science and information system to bring or to provide solution and develop solution for existing problem. Emerging technology, there are many emerging technology, but today I'll focus in technology that require a combination between different major, a combination of different major. And this is a challenge actually, and they see it a lot in the factories where people, like as I said, from industry 3.0 to industry 4.0, we are required to have a combination of Internet of Things with machine, with PLCs, with also knowledge of manufacturing, the process itself, and also other technology like artificial intelligence and other like Six Sigma, where people use it to find a problem. Now we are trying to use technology to figure out that problem and solve it at the same time. So today I'll focus on the emerging technology. By the way, I really would like to thank Fatma Ba'uthman, the chairman of the Saudi Artificial Intelligence group, for this invitation and having me today. This group is a non-profit community, and mashallah, growing, providing a lot of lesson and speech during this conference. Thank you, Dr. Fatma. And please, guys, if you want to interrupt me or ask any minute, I think you are welcome, and maybe you can text. I'm not sure if it's allowed or not.
It is allowed, doctor. Thank you very much for the introduction. Please go ahead with whatever you want. Thank you.
Good. I forget to silence my phone actually. Sorry. So today, emerging technology is changing the world. It's changing many things. And when I talk about emerging technology, it covers many new technology. But today, if I want to list or I want to have a list of good information that you need to take it with you home, one, the resources, how to build a team for innovation team in emerging technology, or what they called it the power of X team. Because emerging technology and the industry 4.0 is changing the business model, and business model include process, value proposition, customer segment, resources, but my focus will be in the team itself. And I think this is what I don't want to say I'm good at it, but Alhamdulillah, I established several research team that help in inventing a new solution and increase productivity in many real use cases here in Saudi Arabia. Also, I'll talk about innovation as a habit, but not a process, and what or a habit and process at the same time. Also, I'll talk about horizontal and vertical innovation. These 5 points will be related to the business model and a product or the product itself. Then I'll talk about the availability of technology, which will have a minimum focus of today talk. Emerging technology, it's all the technology that is still growing, that is still developed. It's not the already mature technology. Microsoft Office, it's a very mature technology, but we see Internet of Things is growing, deep learning, machine learning, all the part of the blockchain, cognitive computing. This is a picture from Gartner, and we see many technology are growing, but they having a huge impact in our economic, huge impact in business, and a huge impact in our daily life. I will talk about the technology that require the combination of two or more major, what they called it, interdisciplinary. In Saudi Arabia, ThinkTech is one of the program of Vision 2030, and their focus in artificial intelligence, blockchain, Internet of Things, augmented reality, robotics, and cloud computing. So is the emerging technology limited to this? No. But here in Saudi Arabia, one of the program in Vision 2030 is ThinkTech, owned by the Ministry of Communication, and their focus in this area. Many companies in Saudi Arabia are growing and focusing in new technology, emerging technology, and other company who I did not list here, they may forgive me, but I already worked or do some research with these companies, and they are having a cut-edge solution, Beacon Digital Solution, Lucidia, Mecca Valley, and also Taiba Valley. These days, future is faster than what we think. And this is Peter Diamond in his book, Future is Faster Than You Think, lists 10 points. One first of them, increasing global abundance. We have availability of technology, we have availability of health. I'm not sure about these days. Inshallah, all of us get safe from this corona, COVID-19. But anyway, the age is increasing, availability of medicine, availability of knowledge is increasing, accelerating demonetization and democratization. So money, or the impact of money in technology is decreasing, and technology is available to many people, and this is I will cover soon. Everyone, everywhere is connected at a gigabyte speed, and also I'm enjoying the holiday, the national day, to visit my village, and I'm talking to you guys like 500 kilometers away from Riyadh. Everything everywhere is connected. And by the way, last year I was judge in one of the competition in Taiba Valley, and I find a young guy. He was in I think 11th grade or 10th grade, And he did a great algorithm utilizing Amazon Web Services to do image recognition. This is normal, but his algorithm was able to differentiate between twins, and he lives in a very small village. This is because of the technology and the availability of technology. Many years ago, this opportunity is not available. So the future is faster than we think because of this reason. Anyone, anytime you can connect, you can know any information, missing information, and increasing human intelligence, increasing human longevity. Also, capital abundance. People with limited capital can invent a new solution that is changing the world. And we, all of us, know the story of WhatsApp. In that book, Peter Diamond lists 6 Ds of expansion technology. And I see it worth mention and discuss. If you want, please stop me at any minute. But everything is digitized. You didn't need to have a hard copy anymore. Movies, our records now, health records, everything is digitized. And this is give a huge opportunity for having mobility, plus we can do many solution through artificial intelligence or other solution. Technology and business in technology is deceptive. What does it mean? It's usually it grow very slowly. Let me get some teas. But line of growth can be faster than you think. Maybe you spend like 1 year, 2 years. Let us have a hunger station here in Saudi Arabia. They started 2012, I think, and they spent 5 years with not noticeable growth, but out of sudden it's growing now in Saudi Arabia and other countries in the region. Technology and the 6 Ds of expansion technology are disruptive. It's come and change everything. I forget when last time I call a taxi. 100% rely on Uber. 100% rely now on Apple TV and Netflix. For a long time, I did not see any video shop. Demonetized. You didn't need a lot of money to invent a new solution in these days. You have a library available in terms of programming. You have tons of cloud services that can help you, and dematerialized also you didn't, because everything digitized. The minimum need for materials. Also, availability of innovation for everyone. Before, availability of innovation was limited to big country and big companies. Now, and this is the last point, democratized. What is the benefit of these things? People have opportunity to invent and get a succeed journey. Why? Because technology enabling them, innovation become independent. One guy, one lady somewhere in the world can change the world by inventing a new solution. Money has little power. Manpower too has little power. This is the second point. Third point, we have many successful technology company, and they are trying to change the world in a good way. Limit the hunger, limit the environment harm through providing a new solution. I usually like interactive speech. So again, if you have any question, please ask. But technology and the new solution improving our sustainability too. This is creating faster or having faster and cheaper computing power, also having sensor network, artificial intelligence, brain-computer interface, other emerging technology, give us a new business model, give us a new ecosystem, interdisciplinary capabilities, and horizontal innovation. Many years ago, we have vertical innovation where people continue innovate in same direction, like medicine or medical people invent in their area. Now we see intersection between many different major to invent a new solution that get the power from these different majors. Also, it's very clear the new business model, how it's changing our world too. Let me talk about interdisciplinary capabilities. Actually, this slide, the one before, was summarizing everything I talked from the beginning, how technology is changing and giving us a new opportunity and increasing the capability that we can get from interdisciplinary area. Let me give you example or a story why interdisciplinary in emerging technology important. If there is anybody that does not understand what does it mean interdisciplinary, it's the intersection between two different major. GIS is a major called Geographic Information System. It's the intersection between geography and information system. We have Google Map as a result of that. We have behavioral economics. It's intersection between economy and psychology. الاقتصاد السلوكي خليط ما بين علم النفس والاقتصاد. GIS نظم المعلومات الجغرافية خليط ما بين نظم المعلومات وعلم الجغرافيا. Human computer interaction is a mix between psychology too and other major related to human and also computer. Interdisciplinary, we can say, involve combination of two or more discipline into one activities. And alhamdulillah wa shukr, now in Saudi Arabia, it's growing in many university. And I know one club in King Saud University called Bamboo focus on interdisciplinary. Please, if you have any question, have it in the chat. I see the chat here, so let me type something for you. Assalamu alaikum. So please, you can have the chat here. Is that clear? Great. So let me give you a story. Everybody know Instagram? Instagram actually was built on top of a story for a new theory by Jeff Skinner. Jeff Skinner is a psychologist, was working, I think, this theory around 1954. And he have this little pigeon. This is a real picture. And he put the pigeon in a small cage. And he has an object, that button, you see that button? And he was not a program at that time, but mechanically this button, if you click on it, will give you some food. And he want to see if the pigeon able to discover and to know the job of that button. So he allow this button to be working with this little hole here to provide food to the pigeon. In one day, the pigeon figure out the job of this button or this object and start in the morning, early morning, press it once, have food and work in that cage until night. And in the night, press it again and see and get food from that hole here. So in one day, the pigeon figure out this job of this object. But in the third day, so the pigeon continued first day, second day, just once the pigeon hungry, press that button. But in that third day, the button start working in not the right way. You need to press it many times to provide food. So, but without certain pattern. So the pigeon sometimes press it 3 times, get food, sometimes 5 times, get food, sometimes 6 times, get food. So the pigeon focus now, not to eat, but to discover when the food come. And he noticed that the pigeon never gave up, start to use it as a game. And this has become a new theory called unpredictable reward. People, human, usually try to follow the unpredictable reward. And this has become part of the idea of having slot machine and mini games. And today we see it in the video games. And also we see it in Instagram. Many people use Instagram just to Instagram Explore. And just let me remind you something. In an Instagram Explore, you drag the Explore and leave it, you will have a new picture, and you will have a new feed. This came from psychology, 100% psychology. And to prove that, in Instagram, people who invented Instagram, they were studying a major in Stanford. It's called symbolic system. It's a major. It's called symbolic system, and the symbolic system is a mix of cognitive science, artificial intelligence, and computer interaction. This is the symbolic system, a study the interact between computer and our brain. And the guy, one of them called Mike Krieger, was graduated from that major. And his professor, Clifford Nass, said, when I see an Instagram, I see a psychology practice and a psychology application, not a technology or a photo program. Is that clear? How we see the mix between different major is important for our future or for inventing a new solution. Let me move. I'll talk about part of the innovation. Innovation is not a eureka moment. And I want to invite you to understand this point, adjacent possible. Adjacent possible, people reach an opportunity to invent many solutions when they have all the need for that innovation. And we can see it when you visit sometimes some conferences, you will find many people talk about same topic at the same time. Are they cheating from each other? No, but they start to have all required knowledge or technology or tools to reach this point. And alhamdulillah wa shukr, in Saudi Arabia, we are reaching this point. We are having a good infrastructure, we are having a good tools, and we are in the edge or adjacent possible to invent a new solution. Emerging technology is helping us in that. So innovation is you need infrastructure, need to be ready for the next wave. And this is the first condition of innovation. Also, innovation required a liquid network. You need, because interdisciplinary major is different major or different area. So you need to be like a liquid, not like a solid close to your group. Don't hang only with computer science people. Or is it possible, guys, if you list your major in the chat? If you would like, I just want to know who's listening to this speech. If you have accessibility to it, I think yes, people have accessibility to it. So don't hang only with people that has focus on computer science or same as your major. Try to have relationship to other people, meet with other people, go with them to coffee shop. So don't be like a solid, like a rock, but don't be like a gas where any idea can grab you away. So be like a liquid where you are still connect to each other or to yourself, but you have interaction with the other people. So not so much space where ideas cannot reach other, but the free flow of ideas allow idea to connect, grow, reconnect with others. And in the beginning of the 21st century, people start to have coffees. And especially in England, this story was in England, and coffee was only for elite people. And this is where we get chemics, and people start to join after their work to have coffee instead of have alcohol. Akramkullah. They become more awake and they become more diverse. Meet people, elite people from other major, and this raises a new area of innovation in which combine not just fundamental element, but entire fields of UFO. This is by who? By Greg Sattel, author of Mapping Innovation, said this group, أهلا غازي, شكرا لحضورك أخي. So this become a platform for innovation actually. Greg Sattel said this has become a very good platform for innovation. I did this with my research. I do some research a lot in factories and in especially Industry 4.0, but my knowledge in factories is very limited. The first 6 months, I was lost by their terminology. They call DDS. What is DDS? Daily Direction Setting. And they have like BRS. What is that? Business Requirement Specification. Oh, I said this is like SRS in our major System Requirement Specification. But I start to hang out with them and to build the right model in artificial intelligence. And I did this, Akhi Ghazi. I start to understand their root cause analysis. I start to know what is fishbone and what they needed, and to apply it in artificial intelligence. And we came very good model that can predict some failure mode 1 hour and a half earlier than before. With all thanks for Mr. Abdullah Abekan, who allowed my research to start in his factories. The second point that I want to talk about it, so it's important to have a platform where people meet, but this can be in your organization. In your organization, usually organization and corporate has functional team. You have all the economics together, all the HR together, all the factory people together, but we can move it to cross-functional team where people can have teams from different areas. And also there is a self-directed team. And what I'm looking for in innovation, more into interdisciplinary team, people from different major, like computer science people, information system people, and business people, people from the what they call the SMEs, subject matter expert. These people, the collaboration between them and the group of these people can bring innovation. This team has to have this characteristic. What does it mean? X team, you need in your new team who will create the innovation. And by the way, this paper by, I think, Michael Porter from Harvard. And he said, in your team, usually all teams or all committee, they are closing to each other. And actually they close the door in their meetings and nobody knows what they are doing until they finish their work. But actually, for innovation or for more success team, you need to have a set part from traditional team by having 5 hallmarks. External activities, you need to have internal activities and outside of your team activities. Also, you have extensive ties between your team, but at the same time, they are expandable structure. I can have a guy in my team. I have a guy in my team for 1 month to do a certain job, then move to the to bring other guy who can help me in other job or other function. Same, you need something, they called it ambassador. Ambassador, what the ambassador does, send or give your news, what you are doing and the success, the achievements to other, because you need support. You need people who provide you with money to do innovation. You need to create lobby. I'll be honest with you guys. You need to create people who understand and support and believe you. But if you are working behind doors, nobody will support you, because sometimes innovation needs time. So instead of having stable membership, you need to have a flexible membership. And instead of having one tier, you have expandable tier. Any question related to this form, guys? It's a very good paper. It's called X Team. I highly recommend you to read it. I can talk about this paper one day, complete one day actually. X Team usually it's has the balance and expertise in business, in human, and also has the feasibility about technology. If you have all these three, people who knows the business, who knows the human and the technology, and you will get opportunity of innovation. And I prefer size of 7 max or fewer. I don't recommend anything more than 7. Dr. Fatma, I'm good with time or not?
I think you're good with time. You still have few minutes to go.
Okay, good. In technology, usually there are IT-centric team. I don't recommend it at all. Integrated team, specialized team, and business-centric team. Business-centric team, guys, from experience, it's too much. I think they have a big hope. IT-centric team, sometimes complex and complicated. But it's very good to have integrated and specialized. Business-centric team, usually they are, I'll tell you a funny story. Last week, I had a meeting where there are 3 or 4 people want to present their solution. And one solution was for logistic, and the guy who presented the solution was from logistic department. So he was talking for like 25 minutes about the function of add to cart for people who their major is computer science. This is for us a well-known function. Please tell us about how this solution is helping you in logistic. But for him, it's new. The other meeting was about, or the other presentation about a solution for something called MES, Manufacturing Execution System. And the guy who was presenting this is IT guy. So he was focusing about calculating the business value, predicting some issues. But there are some good algorithm. He did not mention it because he think they are easy. So having the mix and knowing the importance of different majors is important. And this is part of the interdisciplinary area. So I will limit and will give you time, guys. This is the most majors I talk about. One, design science research as an information system. This is for Alan Heffran and Samir Chatterjee. By the way, Samir Chatterjee is my supervisor in my PhD. Stephen Johnson, great book. I recommend everyone to read, which called Where Good Idea Come From. And other book, it's a good book. The Future is Faster Than You Think by Peter Diamond and Stephen Coulter. It's a very good book. There are some hope inside it and some unrealistic hope too, but it's a very good book. People can read it in their own time. I think I will save some minutes for audience to have a question. Go ahead, please. Thank you for listening, and it's my pleasure. Thank you for the artificial intelligence group for their time. Thank you for the Saudi Mobile Show. It's a great opportunity, and inshallah next year we have it physically and see each other. Dr. Fahd, the mic is yours.
Thank you very much, Doctor, for the nice presentation. We learned a lot from your presentation. Thank you for sharing all the references and your experience. I think we're going to meet, inshallah, again and again before even next year. And I believe that there will be great cooperation in between us and yourself, and at personal level as well. We appreciate really the references that you have introduced to us. And I'm sure that lots of people will be interested to learn more about some of the details. For me, I don't have any question for the time being, but let's open the floor for other people if they are interested to ask.
Please go ahead. I try to save some time for the questions.
Well, okay, I will ask one quick question since nobody has raised his hand. It is related to the business model. If you go to that slide, the business model slide, I see that you have been mentioning that there is a need for a new business model, but probably you did not discuss what is exactly needed. This is an area where I have been, next slide, next, you missed, yeah, this one. This is an interesting area, and I've been working on this and proposing some new models to be implemented for business, including AI business models with current ecosystem or innovative ecosystem even. So any idea about this, what is actually needed to be included in this model?
So this is a very challenging question, actually. And if you work, and I'm sure Dr. Fatma have worked in some real cases where people invent a new solution. Let us have an example. One example: imagine if you have like an artificial intelligence company, and you work with a client, and the client have customer, and customer provide their data to the client. So we have three people now involved in this relationship. And to motivate people to share their information, they need to have share of the cake, right? And I think, let me say it in Arabic, we have some, I think most of the people here are speaking Arabic. So تخيلي انه عندك برنامج، والبرنامج هذا يتعامل مع عملاء، وفي شركه ثالثه جايه تقدم خدمه ارتفيشال انتليجنس. كل ما العملاء قدموا بيانات اكثر، كل ما صار في وفره في البيانات، وصاحب الشركه لديه حريه، وانت يا شركه الارتفيشال انتليجنس لديك حريه في تقديم حلول. لكن انا كشخصي انا لست متحمس انا اقدم هذا الشيء. الان نشوفه مثلا في جوجل ماب، لما تزور لك مكان يسالك اسئله، ما اتحمس كثيرا. مساله اني اعطيك لايك واعطيك بوينت او اعطيك ستار او ليفل جديد ما عاد هي محمسه. هذا واحده من الاسئله اللي كيف اصنع بزنس موديل يخدم الجميع هذول بشكل طيب ويصنع نجاح. اعطيكم قصه. في شركه في امريكا اعتقد اسمها جرين بوتن. جرين بوتن هذه سوت دعم لي في رساله الدكتوراه بحوالي $60,000. هذه عندها فكره جميله، ولا عندي مانع اني اشاركها هنا. ذهبت الى شركات الكهرب بامريكا، ليست شركه واحده، احيانا في المدينه واحده او في الولايه الواحده تحصل اكثر من 100 شركه، لانه كل مدينه احيانا عندهم شركه تابعه للمدينه. انا كنت في كاليفورنيا، لوس انجلوس عندهم شركه خاصه فيهم، ريفرسايد عندهم شركه خاصه فيهم، بسدينا خاصه فيها شركتها، المسافه بينهم ما تجي 100 كيلو، وعلما بان في شركه كبيره اسمها ساذن كاليفورنيا اديسون تخدم الجميع. هذه الشركه جاءت وقالت انا بشتري بيانات المستخدمين كلهم، واي شخص يحتاج بيانات المستخدمين هوفر له البيانات هذه من خلال الاي بي ايز بضغطه زر، وهعطيك يا شركه الكهرب عن كل طلب للبيانات $15، والمواطن هيحصل على نصيبه منها بتخفيض في الفاتوره. كان مين اللي يحتاج اكثر هذه؟ احد عنده فكره؟ الشركات اللي تبيع طاقه شمسيه، لانه عشان اجيك وابيع لك طاقه شمسيه احتاج اني احسب الكوست حقك في الكهرباء. فانا اروح اخذ منك ورق اذن، بعدين اروح اراجع شركه الكهرباء، وشركه الكهرباء عاده بتعطل الموضوع لانك بتطلع على العميل منهم. بعد شهرين احصل عليها، ارجع للعميل واقول لك تراك بتوفر له حطيت طاقه بديله بعد 18 سنه. الموضوع طويل جدا. الشركه هذه وفرت الموضوع هذا من خلال ضغطه زر واحده. الشركات الكهرب تحمست انها تشارك في الموضوع ذا، لانه كل ريكوست كان باي ذا لو ملزمين انهم يعطونه، وكان فيه بيروقراطيه عاليه جدا، لكن بالنظام لازم يعطونا البيانات هذه. الان اصبح يعطيها بكل سلاسه من دون ما يشغل موظفينه وتدخل عليه فلوس. واضح بزنس الموديل وكيف كومبليت نيو بزنس موديل.
شكرا دكتور. أعتقد حنتناقش إن شاء الله في الموضوع هذا أكثر. Now we're running out of time unfortunately علشان السيشن اللي بعده، لكن thank you for the analogy and thank you for sharing with us such an interesting model. إن شاء الله.
شكرا أختي، أنا سعيد بهذا اللقاء ويوم جميل ويوم إن شاء الله وطني سعيد للجميع. أخ غازي يسأل عن التواصل معي، أنا موجود على تويتر، تقدر تراسلني على لينكد إن. شكرا لكم جميعا وليلة سعيدة بإذن الله ووطن سعيد.
شكرا 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 جزيلا.
Thank you so much, sir, for your speech. Happy National Day. See you soon, sir.
Inshallah. Thank you.
Our next session will start in 10 minutes at 5 o'clock. Thank you all our attendees for your support. We expect your support there also. Thank you once again.